But in 2003, its fate would forever change when it was purchased by hip-hop superstar Sean Diddy Combs.
This luxurious estate was once a prized possession of Diddy, but over 15 years ago, he abruptly abandoned it, leaving everyone guessing about the real reason behind his sudden departure. Was it tied to scandal, fear, or something even more unsettling? On October 6, 2024, a Twitch streamer named Yousef decided to delve into the mystery by exploring the mansion that Diddy had left behind.
You go look and tell me if you think we could get back out from there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
However, his investigation was cut short when the police intervened almost as soon as he stepped inside. This sprawling 20,000-square-foot mansion, nestled in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, boasts 8 grand bedrooms, 16 lavish bathrooms, a wine cellar, a home theater, a personal gym, an expansive library, 5 fireplaces, and multiple saunas. Yet one question lingers. Why did Diddy mysteriously vacate the estate after living there for 4 years? The artist initially purchased the home for an eye-popping $2.6 million and invested heavily in renovations, only to sell it for just $1.3 million, half of what he paid. Some speculate that financial troubles might have pushed Diddy to make such a drastic decision. Yet others believe in a wilder theory, that the mansion was haunted by the ghost of his late friend, Biggie Smalls, famously known as the Notorious B.I.G. This idea isn't entirely far-fetched, considering the controversy that has followed Diddy for years. After all, rumors have long circulated accusing him of playing a role in Biggie's tragic death. Although these claims might sound like baseless chatter, they gain weight when echoed by influential figures within the industry who, while refusing to share details, imply there is more to the story than meets the eye. The tragic death of Biggie Smalls. The untimely death of Biggie Smalls shook the music world to its core. Known as the Notorious B.I.G., Biggie was the first artist to join Diddy's Bad Boy Records in 1993, and that year marked the start of his rise to fame as he featured on multiple tracks and albums. Yet, despite his growing success, Biggie wasn't earning as much as he should have. This was largely due to Diddy holding half of Biggie's publishing rights and adamantly refusing to relinquish them. Feeling shortchanged, Biggie allegedly began planning his exit from Bad Boy Records. The contract, which handed Diddy half of his publishing rights, was a point of contention not only for Biggie, but for other artists on the label who also felt it was blatantly unfair. Biggie's legal team pressed for more control over these rights, but Diddy resisted fiercely. Diddy once reportedly declared, "I will never give it up until I'm dead, and my bones are crushed into powder." On March 5, 1997, Biggie gave a radio interview in San Francisco, where he openly admitted that he had hired a security detail due to concerns for his safety. Just 3 days later, on March 8th, he attended the Soul Train Music Awards after party. The night turned fatal when, at around 12:30 a.m., the fire department shut down the event because of overcrowding. Biggie left the venue with his entourage, heading back to his hotel. By 12:45 a.m., tragedy was seconds away. As they waited at a red light, a black Chevy Impala approached their vehicle. The driver, an unidentified black man, rolled down his window and, wielding a blue steel pistol, fired multiple shots. In a swift and violent moment, Biggie was struck 4 times. His entourage rushed him to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center, where, despite their efforts, he was pronounced dead at 1:15 a.m. More than 20 years have passed since Biggie's murder, yet no arrests have been made. This long-standing mystery has fueled speculation, with some figures within the industry alleging that Diddy may have been involved in the killing. While these accusations remain unproven, they have kept the spotlight on one of hip-hop's most tragic and controversial stories.
He and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me, believe the facts. Here's a man that wanted to leave.
In his track The Bomb, 50 Cent made a veiled reference to Diddy's potential involvement in Biggie Smalls' murder. hinting that the music mogul wouldn't hesitate to turn on others as well. This jab is hardly surprising, as 50 Cent and Diddy have never shared a friendly relationship. The two even became rivals in the alcohol industry, competing fiercely for dominance. Fast forward to 2023, 20 years after Biggie's death, and Diddy finally returned the publishing rights to the artists and writers who had contributed to making Bad Boy Records the powerhouse it became. This move came after years of criticism and scrutiny, especially after Diddy faced legal issues that tarnished his reputation. Following Diddy's arrest, 50 Cent didn't hold back. He took to social media multiple times to mock Diddy, claiming that the accusations surrounding him were true. To bolster these claims, 50 Cent revealed he was working on a documentary series that would delve deep into Diddy's tumultuous life, a project currently in production with Netflix already committed to it. Now that Diddy is behind bars, 50 Cent seems ready to expose all the hidden truths in Diddy's closet. But 50 Cent isn't the only one with such bold allegations. Eminem has also implied that Diddy was connected to both Biggie and Tupac's deaths. In a remix titled Fuel, Eminem called out Diddy, linking him not only to the deaths, but also to the series of sexual assault lawsuits that have surrounded the Bad Boy Records founder. This wasn't the first time Eminem made such audacious claims. He echoed them in the original version of Fuel. While no one has stepped forward with concrete evidence tying Diddy to Biggie's murder, one undeniable fact remains. Diddy seemed haunted by something at that mansion. Whether it was guilt or something supernatural, rumors have lingered that Biggie's ghost might be pursuing him. And the eerie part? This isn't the only opulent residence that Diddy has abruptly abandoned. The freakoffs. Diddy has abandoned yet another impressive estate in the Hollywood Hills, and this particular 5-bedroom mansion, boasting an expansive 9,000 square feet, quickly caught the attention of both fans and street artists. The property, which was once a symbol of luxury, has now become a vibrant canvas for graffiti, with bold tags and street art splattered across its white exterior. Massive red letters proclaiming Diddy was here can be seen painted prominently across the roof, while a haunting, weeping heart adorns one side of the house. Various artists have contributed to this chaotic display, adding their own quotes and phrases, including the somewhat sardonic saying, "Money is temporary. Lifestyle is forever." The inside of the mansion tells a similar story. It has become a haven for squatters, with reports indicating that local officials have had to clear out as many as 10 residents in just one day. Approximately 10 years have passed since Diddy originally abandoned this property. But after his recent arrest in Manhattan related to alleged sex trafficking, the state of disrepair and vandalism has significantly worsened. This mansion, previously owned by singer Mary J. Blige and valued at around $6 million to $7 million, is now nearly unrecognizable, completely enveloped in layers of graffiti. Yet this abandoned estate is far from the worst of Diddy's past.
It's a shocking thing to see, a once beautiful mansion now defaced with graffiti after it was taken over by squatters and vandals. The estate is perched on famed Mulholland Drive in the Hollywood Hills.
The infamous freak-off parties that he hosted have become the stuff of legend, filled with wild antics, shocking performances, and a myriad of troubling allegations. According to a lawsuit brought by his former employee, Lil Rod Jones, Diddy not only hosted gatherings that included adult entertainers, but also arranged for minors and men to attend, reportedly ensuring that they ingested medication to maximize their uninhibited performance. To further illustrate the extravagant and unsettling nature of these parties, footage has surfaced showing a colossal 50-foot bed set up in Diddy's garden. This peculiar feature served not just as a whimsical addition to his backyard, but as a centerpiece for the sordid gatherings. Video clips reveal women jumping on the enormous bed, tucking themselves in, and enjoying the bizarre spectacle. It's difficult to imagine what stories this oversized piece of furniture could tell, as it bore witness to the many outrageous events that unfolded there. These parties were notorious for their endurance, often stretching for days on end, leaving attendees in need of medical attention, including IV fluids, When authorities finally executed a raid on Diddy's Miami residence, the results were shocking. They uncovered a wide array of illegal substances, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, and numerous firearms scattered throughout the property.
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
Baby oil, more than 1,000 bottles altogether.
He has been ready to defend this case since he first found out about this case.
Not long after, Homeland Security conducted a raid on Diddy's Los Angeles home, where his sons, Justin and Christian Combs, were present. Disturbing video footage shows one agent allegedly aiming a semi-automatic rifle at Christian's head.
Overtly militarized force used against her son Justin and Combs' other son Christian, who were at the home when it was raided.
While Justin was seen being handcuffed. A dramatic scene that sparked outrage and condemnation from the public. Their mother, who swiftly took to social media, vehemently criticized what she described as an overreach by authorities and the misconduct towards her sons. In the face of mounting public scrutiny and outrage, Diddy's family has rallied around him, demonstrating unwavering support. His mother, Janice Combs, issued a heartfelt statement through her lawyer, expressing her distress at witnessing what she called a public lynching of her son, emphasizing the importance of due process and declaring Diddy's innocence until proven guilty. She acknowledged that while her son has made mistakes in the past, those errors do not define his entire character. This statement comes in light of resurfaced security footage from 2016 that allegedly shows Diddy involved in an altercation with his ex-girlfriend, singer Cassie, in a hotel corridor in Los Angeles, further complicating the narrative surrounding his life and actions. As the layers of Diddy's complex life continue to unravel, both the allegations and the ongoing fallout raise questions about accountability, celebrity culture, and the dark underbelly of fame. With the mansion now serving as a grim reminder of a troubled past, the eyes of the public remain fixed on Diddy as the story continues to develop, hoping for clarity in a situation that seems shrouded in chaos. Why Diddy was so terrifying. Diddy has long been associated with a troubling history of intimidation and violence, and recent allegations paint a disturbing picture of his actions. Despite pleading not guilty to various criminal charges, court documents reveal a pattern of behavior that includes carrying firearms to intimidate and threaten both victims and witnesses of his alleged abuse. According to these documents, Diddy and his accomplices allegedly pressured these individuals into silence through bribes and by crafting misleading narratives about incidents to protect themselves, should the truth ever come to light. One particularly alarming accusation involves a kidnapping incident just days before Christmas in 2011, where Diddy and an unidentified co-conspirator reportedly held someone at gunpoint to facilitate a break-in at another individual's residence. Shortly thereafter, Diddy was implicated in an act of arson, where he supposedly slashed the convertible top of a car and tossed in a Molotov cocktail. This pattern of violent crime is not new to him. In fact, he has a history of serious allegations dating back to 1999. During that year, Diddy, his then-girlfriend Jennifer Lopez, and rapper Jamal Shine Barrow were arrested in connection with a shooting at a nightclub. Although they were ultimately released, the incident nearly claimed the life of an innocent woman. Natana Rubin, a victim of the shooting, has bravely come forward to recount her traumatic experience, claiming that Diddy shot her in the face that fateful night. Rubin alleges that she can provide evidence of the bullet fragment still lodged in her face, reinforcing her account of the incident. She described the moment vividly, stating that she was facing the men when they pulled out their firearms, only to see Diddy pull the trigger, striking her in the nose. While Diddy, Lopez, and Barrow were all arrested, only Barrow faced formal charges related to the shooting, with Diddy and Lopez being detained on suspicion of weapons offenses, but ultimately not charged.
Days of deliberations, the jury now appears to be focusing on the gun possession and bribery charges against Sean Puffy Combs. This afternoon, jurors sent the judge 2 notes.
As the allegations continue to surface, they only seem to deepen the scrutiny surrounding Diddy. In court, he has consistently denied all accusations, and his attorney insists that Diddy does not own any firearms at his residence. The defense's attempts to explain away the staggering quantity of baby oil found in his home have sparked further intrigue. with Diddy's attorney claiming ignorance about its relevance and suggesting that Diddy buys in bulk from Costco because of the size of his estate. However, a Costco representative has since confirmed that the chain does not stock baby oil at any of its U.S. locations, raising more questions about the odd discovery. In a dramatic turn of events following Diddy's arrest, his sons were spotted returning to their father's Los Angeles mansion to collect their belongings. Reports suggest that they may have taken additional boxes containing materials that law enforcement missed during the initial raid. This same property is rumored to have an underground tunnel connecting to other residences within the estate. While this claim remains unverified, media reports do confirm that Diddy's home features a pool with an underwater swimming tunnel leading to a grotto, adding an element of intrigue to the estate. The Combs brothers, Justin and Christian, were seen leaving another of their father's Beverly Hills residences under the cover of night, with Justin arriving around 10:30 p.m. and Christian following a few hours later. They quickly departed the property for an undisclosed location, further fueling speculation about the family's involvement in Diddy's questionable dealings. Like father, like son. As allegations continue to mount against Diddy, his son Christian Combs, also known as CHR King Combs, has found himself entangled in a shocking lawsuit that threatens to tarnish his reputation further. The complaint names both Diddy and Christian as defendants in connection with a disturbing incident that allegedly took place on a chartered yacht in December 2022. The charges against Christian include assault, sexual assault, and intentional infliction of emotional distress, painting a grim picture of events that unfolded on that fateful day. The lawsuit details how the victim, identified as Grace Mark, was the sole steward on duty during the charter. According to her claims, she was coerced into consuming 2 shots of tequila against her will. After ingesting the drinks, she alleges that she was forced to perform oral sex acts on Christian, who is accused of preventing her from leaving the situation. As the night wore on, Marque began to suspect that her tequila had been spiked.
She goes on to claim that while working King pressured her to take a shot, which she suspected was spiked. She then alleges that King cornered her and tried to force her to give him but she fought him off,
leading her to feel increasingly vulnerable and trapped. After a prolonged period without assistance, Marque reported that she managed to escape Christian's grasp, aided by a fellow employee who actively sought her out. Although she attempted to bring the matter to the attention of the yacht's captain, she expressed doubts about whether the incident was genuinely investigated. Marque went so far as to suggest that Diddy might have paid off the captain to ensure that the incident remained hidden from scrutiny. Adding another layer of complexity to the allegations, Marque indicated that Brendan Paul, described as Diddy's alleged drug mule, had shared troubling information regarding Diddy's behavior on the yacht. According to her account, Paul claimed to have witnessed Diddy engaging in sexual acts with multiple women during his employment. This raises further questions about the culture of abuse allegedly present in Diddy's inner circle. Compounding these serious allegations, prosecuting attorney Tony Busby has claimed that a significant majority, approximately 90% of the assaults linked to Diddy, have been drug-induced. A particularly alarming substance mentioned is xylazine, a powerful horse tranquilizer that has reportedly been used to incapacitate victims. Marque and others have described how they were often tricked into consuming drinks laced with this potent chemical, leaving them defenseless against their attackers. Reports suggest that victims are frequently passed around and assaulted while others watch, exacerbating their trauma. For those who refuse to participate in the drug-fueled atmosphere, the consequences can be dire, with many being forcibly removed from the party. Victims who survive these harrowing experiences often awaken hours later to a range of severe side effects, including numbness, excessive sweating, vomiting, heart palpitations, anxiety, paranoia, and even psychosis. The aftermath of these assaults leaves many victims struggling to piece together the details of what happened, often requiring medical intervention to help them cope with the physical and emotional fallout. As the legal proceedings unfold and more disturbing accounts come to light, the ramifications for both Diddy and Christian Combs could be profound. with Diddy's long history of alleged misconduct, and now the troubling allegations against his son, the public is left to wonder just how deep the issues run within the Combs family. More lawsuits and accusations. In September, a troubling lawsuit surfaced against Sean Diddy Combs, filed by Thalia Graves, who accused him and his bodyguard, Yousef Sherman, of abusing her and recording the assault without her consent. Graves alleges that the incident took place in 2001 when she was 25 years old and involved with an unnamed record producer associated with Diddy. According to her lawsuit, Diddy and Sherman used her connection to this producer to lure her to a recording studio under false pretenses. Once there, Graves claims they provided her with a drink that she believed was laced with something. She lost consciousness and later awoke bound and unable to move, only to find Diddy and Sherman taking turns assaulting her. Adding to the growing list of accusations, another woman, Joey Dickerson, has filed a similar lawsuit against Diddy, claiming that he drugged, harassed, and sexually abused her while distributing a video of the horrifying event. Dickerson recounts a college experience where she accepted an invitation from Diddy to go on a date and appear in a music video. After dinner, she says he drove her to a recording studio against her will, where she realized she had been drugged and lost control of her body. Dickerson alleges that she was unable to escape and subsequently became a victim of sexual assault. The allegations do not stop there. A woman named Adria has also come forward with a lawsuit against Diddy, his record label, and several unidentified defendants. Adria claims that in 2004, while working as a dancer in a New York City club, she was hired to participate in one of Diddy's infamous white parties in the Hamptons. During the event, she asserts that she was coerced into consuming medication and alcohol, believing them to be laced with something. By the third party, Adria contends she was forced to engage in sexual acts with guests, including a guest named Jacob Arabo, also known as Jacob the Jeweler, who was allegedly among those who abused her.
As a stripper at Lyric, I know what it takes to be drunk. I felt way more fucked up. I ain't gonna say nothing about it, you know? So
are you fucked up now?
Adria fears that there may be hidden recordings of her being assaulted while unconscious in Diddy's residences. Perhaps the most shocking allegation comes from the account of a 9-year-old boy who was reportedly taken to a Bad Boy Records audition. According to the prosecuting attorney, this young victim alleged that he was abused at the studio not only by Diddy, but also by his associates. The attorney claims that Diddy promised the boy and his family stardom and a potential record deal. It was during a private discussion that Diddy allegedly forced the minor to perform oral sex acts on him and his colleagues. As these harrowing stories unfold, prosecuting attorney Tony Busby is representing a staggering 12 individuals who claim to have substantial evidence of assaults committed against them by Diddy and others in his circle. The sheer number and severity of these allegations paint a deeply troubling picture of a pattern of predatory behavior, raising critical questions about accountability and the culture surrounding celebrity power dynamics. The implications of these lawsuits could reshape not only Diddy's legacy, but also the broader entertainment industry's approach to handling allegations of abuse and misconduct. As more victims come forward, the call for justice grows louder, demanding that those in positions of power be held accountable for their actions. The day of the Diddy trial. On October 10th, a significant hearing in Sean Diddy Combs' federal case took place in New York, where the judge set the trial date for May 5, 2025. Diddy, flanked by several family members, appeared in the courtroom sporting khaki pants and a shirt provided by the jail, his ankles cuffed as he confidently entered the proceedings. Despite the serious nature of the allegations against him, he seemed almost too overjoyed, waving to his family seated in the second row and smiling broadly as he was escorted in by officials. During the hearing, an attorney revealed that in the lead-up to his arrest, law enforcement had raided Diddy's residences in Miami and Los Angeles, as well as an undisclosed private airfield in Florida, seizing a staggering 96 electronic devices. Following his arrest, 4 additional gadgets were confiscated. Notably, 8 of the devices retrieved from his Miami home reportedly contained nearly 90 terabytes of data, which the attorney described as extraordinary evidence. This mountain of data could play a critical role in the unfolding legal drama and may have significant implications for Diddy's case. At the center of the storm is Cassie Ventura, the first victim to publicly file a lawsuit against Diddy. Her decision to come forward has set off a cascade of reactions within the music industry, forcing fans to confront the stark disparity between the public persona Diddy has maintained and the grave allegations being levied against him. As the trial approaches, the stakes grow higher, and the prosecuting attorney has made it clear that if Diddy is to face consequences, many others may also be implicated. The day will come when we will name names other than P. Diddy, he warned, hinting at a potentially wider web of accountability. With the impending trial, the atmosphere surrounding Diddy is charged with tension. As more details emerge, the contrast between the image Diddy cultivated and the serious charges against him raises pressing questions about accountability in the entertainment industry. This ongoing legal battle could unveil further revelations, not only about Diddy's actions, but potentially implicating others who have been part of his inner circle. Who do you think will be mentioned in Diddy's unfolding legal battle? Make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates.